So, Port Vale 0. The most negative football team on the planet, Arsenal 2. Starting 11. Starting 11, we see Bukayo Saka starting for no apparent reason. Ebeche Eze starting again for no apparent reason. Mikel Merino, because he played so well at the weekend. Have another go, mate. William Saliba starts. Cool. Well done, mate. Martinelli starts. Substitutes in that game. We're bringing on Declan Rice, Gyökeres. We're bringing on Trossard. Obviously, he scored as well. So did Eze. Gabi Magalhaes. Max Dowman. It took 62 minutes to sub off Starboy, even after he'd been clarted about 50 minutes in. We waited a little bit longer, Kenny, because this is how we roll with Starboy. And Trossard at the end of the game looked like he was holding his hamstring. However, make sure you do follow Kenny Ken 1972 on Instagram. Kenny, that was boring. And the one thing I'll say here before I get your thoughts, that game tonight, should have been an FU to every single one of us that calls this manager negative, boring tactics and all that. He should have let the shackles off against a team that sat 19th, 3 divisions lower, and said, go and have fun tonight, lads. Go and wallop them. Instead, he played the same exact way he has played for 2 seasons now. And people actually genuinely believe that this guy is going to unleash our forwards. Yeah, the best pass of the game, by the way, was a 15-year-old boy who put it clean through. First time, on a reverse pass to Gyökeres, who should have buried it. Yeah, and other than that, mate, that was absolutely embarrassing, Kenny.
Well, I'm not surprised. I think what's happened is that we're not a club of one Arsenal fans. I watched, reactions to the Spurs game, and I saw the reactions to the Chelsea game. English football's in deep, deep, deep shit. It's in deep trouble. Because I'm sorry, I've been saying it for many, many times, right? That every game looks like the same. The top teams don't shake a leg. They make themselves difficult to beat, and then what they do is they play professionally. The only thing you could say about Arsenal today, professional performance, good professional performance. When you're playing someone like Port Vale, who got players who come on, some of them never even touched the Premiership. You would have thought that we'd play expansively, that we'd show them what we're all about. But no, not Arsenal. And it's not just Arsenal, every Premiership club. How dare anyone in this country say that the Premiership is the best product, most entertaining product in Europe, and if not the world? What a joke. The football we've been served up in the last 2 years has been complete and utter boring to watch. John Terry is so right. He is so right. Cesc Fabregas, that my sworn enemy, is right. And Manu Petit is so right. The football is so crap to watch. And the worst thing about it, no one's surprised. Well, we made ourselves difficult to beat. I'm not saying that we should just let Port Vale have a few shots and goal, and that Kepa should have a bit of action. But what I'm trying to say is that when we're on the ball, it's like pass back, pass back, run, don't cross, get it back, keep possession. Yeah, mate, we're on the ball, low block, let's not get overloaded. We bored Port Vale to death. We bored them to death. They didn't have a shot on goal because we bored them to death. We didn't let the shackles off. We just made, you know what I mean? It seems like we've got to play like this all the time. It's so boring. Don't get me wrong. Good luck to the fans who went up there. They're legends in my opinion. And
just shy of 3K, by the way. 30 people, less than 3,000, I think.
So for them, that's got to be the best thing ever. But I swear to God, you have to ask football fans in general, especially Arsenal fans, because it's our club. Have you been entertained? I can't believe we're in a podcast where certain people were saying that we've been served up beautiful, attacking football, and it's been really good football to watch. Are you having a laugh? Don't make me laugh. This is like the example, an epitome of the crap and the boring shit we've been watching all the time. Don't get me wrong.
His tactics here are get the ball, pass it around, ball the shit out of them. Yeah, if you can get an early goal, get one. But then as soon as we do, sit back, Yeah, and then just put your foot on the ball, stand still for 5 seconds, draw them out. As soon as they come out, pass the ball sideways, bob them around, and pass it back again. If you ain't got an
That's
easy
what it
pass, and all they're doing is they're exuding energy by running after the ball, and then what happens is in the 75th minute, 80th minute, 90th minute, they're finished. We bring on a load of fresh players, and then you go and get a second goal.
Yeah, but
Boring.
I'm not too funny, right? You get impressed with that when it's a rarity, but when it's a regular occurrence, you just think, come on, man. What about the entertainment value? What about getting the best out of your attacking players? I mean, come on, if you're a player who likes to play with a bit of finesse or is an attacking player, you must feel like jaded, or you must feel like dejected. I mean, Eze, fantastic. I'm glad he got his goal. I'm glad for Trossard's got a goal.
Nice goal as well.
Playing alongside, playing that kind of play, that's just poor to watch. Like Gorkarez, I wanted him to start because I thought he'd fill his boots. But I'm glad he didn't play, because he would have got the same sort of, like service that he's been getting in the last few games, which is next to zero. I mean, the one chance he got when he came on, Matt's down put it on a plate for him, and then he hesitated because confidence is not the highest, and then when he finally shot, it was always going to be the defender who was going to get the block in.
Good block. It was a good block, but I hear it. Why didn't Damon start, Kenny? Why did Saka start again?
Well, Saka's got.
And why didn't he get subbed until 62 minutes? That made no sense to me.
I think the thing with Saka, unfortunately for us, in terms of like our dream of having what would I say? Our dream of having some sort of like rotation or basic competition for places. Madueke got injured, so now Madueke's got injured. The player that is meant to push Saka for his place, or player meant to deputise for him, we've now had to accelerate Saka's game times, which means you want to give him 45 minutes, but you've got to give him a bit more, because you're going to need him against Newcastle. Because at St James's Park, there's no way Max Damon's starting that game. So we're now back to a situation through circumstances that instead of having a fully fit Saka at St James's, we're going to have to make do with a player that's probably in a.
He might not even be fit, can he? That tackle was disgusting, by the way.
Yeah, but it was an awful tackle to the extent, like, I don't care what anyone says, man. He won the ball, but why do you have to follow through? You've won the ball, why follow through? For him to say that his whole momentum took him over, that's just like talking in riddles and talking Martian.
But this is why these players shouldn't be starting. If you look at Man City's team tonight, Man City's only genuine out and out one that you could say that started that game was a genuine week in, week out starter is Phil Foden. Yeah, the rest of them were squad players, and they didn't even take Rodri or Haaland in that squad.
The problem is that we've now got a big squad there. Before, when we didn't have a big squad, you can populate your first 11s with some kids and like kind of put the icing and cake with experience. But now you've got virtually 2 players for every position, so you can play a Danish international called Norgard in the team. You can play like Eze, who's not. Let's face it, we don't know what his best position is.
Well, we do, but this manager's going to keep playing him out of it.
Yeah, Dave, let's play along. The manager knows what his best position is, but there's other players that he prefers in that position. So he's got to get a game, and then you've got to give Kepa a game, because Kepa's a number 2. You pay £100,000 a week, and then you've got to give Benjamin White a game, because he's not the first choice anymore, because Timber. So you now have the opportunity to give the big players who let's face it, they're not too far in quality between the players in front of them in that position. You're also going to have to play strong teams, because these guys need games. Just the reason why they need games is that injuries are going to happen. I've been saying it a long time. Ben White will probably get another injury. The next cabinet rank for an injury is Gabriel Magalhaes, on the basis that he had a long-term injury and you're going to have secondary injuries. So these guys have to get games, because they have to prepare to go to war. And that's the situation. However, when you talk about conserving energy, I don't think any player should be pulling any muscle, because all they did was just basically like play chess. Made sure that whenever Port Vale attacked us, it was checkmate. We basically got a checkmate and had to go and start another game of chess, because we were so difficult to break down. We didn't hardly ever break a sweat. All we did was, like, whenever Port Vale got the ball, they were reduced to long shots. One long shot from Devontae Cole, and that was it. Apart from that, they won the ball back. They didn't have enough quality. We got the ball back. We just pass.
731 passes, 4 shots on target, Kenny.
But that's Arsenal now. But it's not just Arsenal. That is English football in a nutshell. It's all possession based. As I said before, Pep Guardiola is a Philistine. He's a footballing Philistine, and this is a consequence of having him in our game. We got hoodwinked into thinking that, when he first came, he was playing a bit of finesse. We've got hoodwinked in Barcelona, but we should have listened to Bayern Munich fans who basically had to change their way they played to accommodate his brand of football. And basically, you lose an identity. I think English football's lost its identity. And it's not just English football. Most leagues and most teams, even the national teams, lost their identity because everyone thinks that Pep's God. They think they've got a play like him, but they don't have the players. And the teams that do have the players now so it's like it's not such Pep because Pep got his own kind of a philosophy from Bielsa. Win the ball back in 10
5 seconds. It's 5-10 seconds. Yeah.
Win the ball back, and then let's keep a bit of possession. Blah blah, and that's how English football is. You better get used to it. Every match you're going to watch, you're going to see that kind of football. You're going to think, right, you're going to get a bit of respite from the garbage we watch every week because we're in the Carabao Cup. No, sorry. Same thing today. And the thing is, why is anyone surprised? Why is anyone surprised that Arsenal are going to make themselves difficult to beat, pick teams off, make it easy, lit up a cigar, and just get the win and just get out of here next round Brighton? I don't think right that football these days is for the fan. I think what it is that sometimes you look at some players, you look at the coaches, they think that we should be grateful to just watch these players play. I mean, they ask for so much money, and we pay them that money because at the end of the day, we don't want to miss out. We pay all that money for Sky Sports. Whenever there's new competitions, we subscribe and watch all their competitions and put money in their pocket.
Yeah, they're entitled.
But we don't get any entertainment out of it.
But this is why, Kenny. Yeah. Me and Matty, and we'll end on this. Yeah, me and Matty after that game, I said, cool, let's put the Forest game on. But they literally just blew the whistle as we put it on.
Yeah.
I said, cool, Atleti are playing Vallecano. Yeah, that's a derby game, as you know. Yeah, but at the same time, Simeone's been struggling, and they've got the biggest derby because they got Real Madrid this weekend. Atleti, right, at Atleti, I think. Yeah. Right, but then me and Matty put that fucking game on, and inside 15 minutes, the last 15 minutes of watching it, we're sitting there and we're like, oh my days, look at the difference in the way they cross the ball.
Yeah, but that's Spanish football. Spanish football,
they haven't lost their identity, which comes back to what you said. They have not lost their identity, which is why when you see Spanish players turn up,
you know why they lost their
identity? They're sick.
You know why they haven't lost their identity? Because the person who their most influential manager and probably their most successful export is managing Man City. Can you imagine if it's in Spain? They'll be playing the same sort of boring, system-based football that we've been enduring, and that's the situation. Stop saying that English football is the best league in the world.
It's crap, mate.
It's boring to watch, and I just say to any fan going, just buckle up, make sure that you have a good time before the game, i.e., go to the pubs, make hay with your mates, enjoy yourselves, and after the game have a little chat. But you won't be chatting about the football; you'll be chatting about your next away trip because the match itself is forgettable. And today, it was just forgettable, and that's
at least the train station at Port Vale's literally outside their ground, so they get back quicker. And on that bombshell,
that depends if there's any trains going back to Euston. I hope there are, for their sake.
Yeah, same. Listen, Kenny Ken 1972. I'll share your Insta post in a bit.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, don't worry about this. We'll get some respite anyway. I'm sure we're going to see an exciting game. Oh no, we won't because we're playing Newcastle.
Yeah, that was the most boring game of football I've watched since we played Man City. And then we're doing the same. I don't mind being bored, Kenny, as long as we win trophies. This manager can't do it.
Who knows? You know what? Who knows? Maybe in Parkhouse next Wednesday, we might go out and play some football, eh?
Who knows? We're out. Laters.